started out, I guess that's another thing, aside from the top 10 big grant, one of the things that we've tried to do in all of this is bring other parties into the tourism net. I serve as the chairman of the Idaho State Scenic Byway Commission. We got a grant for about $600,000 plus to do this visitor center in the first instance. The match came from the Urban Renewal Agency in Teton Valley and some private donations. My guess is they'll probably end up costing half again more than we've got at this moment. But there's an awful lot of interest in providing those funds. So the project itself is funded as that site. The scenic byway thing, though, I think is worth another comment in that I think we've managed to marry the Department of Transportation with Karen, and this year they put in for a federal grant for the mid-state video program for all of the byways. It's material that the state tourism department thought would be useful to them in their whole marketing operation. Certainly will be to the individual roads. Next year, my hope is that we can create an atmosphere where the byway program will annually fund a major scenic byway marketing program for the state in the $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year level. Almost got it off this year, but we got caught by about a week's worth of time. But it will happen next year. And if it becomes the lead item in the state grant application, that tends to get funded. So hopefully in all of this, it's kind of coincidental that we happen to be in the middle of this because we have a byway running through the middle of our place, and when we were trying to get a marketing program going, we said, well, geez, there's an asset that we're not talking about. It's been here since 1977, and nobody ever did a corridor management plan. So the ball started to roll, and it's probably generated at this point $1 million in the last 2 or 3 years into this program. And we really see it as a sort of an extra contribution of ours to you. Which that's again out of the air number. It could be inside the building itself. The exhibit should deal with the Henry's Fork and the South Fork parts that are not in our jurisdiction. It should deal with the Museum of Idaho. It should deal with a dance festival. I mean, there are exhibits from a lot of other people that ought to come in there. What I was trying to get at by bringing that up was we should have a dialogue with those folks about whether or not they want to raise money to be represented and be shown better. Then go from that. There ultimately will be an opening ceremony. Who should be invited? How big should it be? What should we try and accomplish by having it? I mean, not just a party. I would think that if the head guys from National Geographic showed up and the 3 governors showed up and a few other folks showed up, you'd have a media event of some size. And so again, putting it on there is, it's probably in this fiscal year. What should we be thinking about doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's a capture area to get people to come back and stay in the area and go and do things in this area. They may be traveling to Jackson to spend some time, and it's a way to keep them actually focused also in Teton Valley, Idaho. So many people don't understand what we have to offer, and so that's a major play in our direction.
Anyway, the center itself, we think, is an attraction of some magnitude if it's done right. And so the question is, how do we market it to get it launched?
You keep tabs. He can let us know how the progress is going on that. Because no, I'm uncomfortable funding something that's not built. So I mean, keep tab, and he can let us know how it's progressing. It's a great.
We've got a lot of work to do before we actually submit it as a concept toward the end of the month, whenever it is, with TAD, with all the other people that are involved. And basically the idea of putting it down there was, it's a big enough thing that we all ought to be talking about.
Yeah. For the other questions? Thank you very much.